Hi, the good lad that he is, Footloose 2005, 20, I always get that wrong, 20,005, Footloose 20,005, has tagged me in the platform tag, and which is nice. I've actually been putting it off because I knew how difficult it would be for me because it's the platform games are the genre that I've played the least. I mean, in all the games I've got at the moment, I've probably got 4 or 5. You know, not many at all. Well, that's not by design, but that's how it's turned out. They're not games that I play a lot. But I have played them in the past. I think it's just as the years have gone on, I've sort of played more games in other genres over platform games. That's just how it's worked out naturally. So subsequently, I've found this. I knew I was going to find it pretty difficult, and I thought about it. It's not been too bad, but apologies if this turns out to be a bit shit. But I've had a think, so, and I've got my notes as per usual. But yeah, I'll get to it. First question is Mario or Sonic, and I've said this before in an earlier tag that I did. Yeah, that would be Mario, because I think there's a fundamental flaw in Sonic because it's more of, I think Sonic's more of a technical achievement, and obviously the speed in Sonic is a technical achievement, but that doesn't really allow for exploration, and that's almost like a fundamental flaw, and they almost had to address it in the second game so that the routes that you can take will show you more of the levels. Whereas in Mario, all Mario games, sort of the mechanics are sort of slightly different, and they allow for more exploration. There's sort of speed, but also you can move at a sort of a slower pace. But there seems to be I've said in the past, there seems to be a slight more love and creativity and design, and it seems like I can imagine that the whole process of creating a Mario game is it's probably a labour of love, whereas I imagine Sonic's slightly more of a sort of demonstration of sort of scientific sort of design, and it's a technical feat. Whereas I prefer the sort of slightly more creativity in the Mario games. But as I said in the past, feel free to disagree. Favourite platform game excluding Mario and Sonic. This is a tough one because I've had to think way back into the past. I've honourable mentions for games like Rise Star and Dynamite Heady, and some of the games I've got at the moment. I've got Prince of Persia: Sands of Time on the original Xbox, which I prefer quite a bit more than its 2 sequels, and also Psychonauts, which it's got an incredible level of creativity in the characters and the writing. It's funny, and it sort of elevates it above the norm. Also, games that aren't strictly platforms. It's just a matter of definition. It's do people see these as platform games? I do personally. I had Operation C on the Game Boy. And I loved it. Could never get very far in it, but I still loved it. And also Gryzor on the Amstrad. That was exactly the same. Could never get very far, but I still loved it. And they're shoot 'em ups, aren't they? But they have platforming elements. So for me, that means that they qualify as platform games. I would like to say Roland on the Ropes. I could put that on the list as one of the very earliest platform games Roland in the Cave. Sorry, not Roland on the Ropes. As one of the very earliest platform games I ever played, but one of my overriding memories of that is how shockingly difficult it is, and just being a little kid playing it, I was I was never going to persevere. So I've actually, I'm going to say flashback, because it did sort of blow me away. It seemed like a something that was beyond its years. It was, I like the sort of the level of storytelling, and it looked beautiful, and the animation in the characters was always seemed far and above what else you got at the time, and I just love the whole feel of the game. And the trial and error thing was obviously is designed to piss you off, but once you learn the game, it becomes you learn to ignore the trial and everything and the frustration. I did make one mistake, because because being slightly younger, I made the mistake of using a cheat at one point to give me access to all the levels, and I ended up seeing sort of the last levels and the ending sequence, and it's it's like turning to the end of a book and reading the last page. The desire to play the game properly was slightly less from that point on. A bit of a mistake on my point. But favourite platform game music. This is a game I've barely played. I played it a long time ago on my friend's NES, and I saw an LP by one of my favourite LPers, a guy called Kikoskia. It's a game called Iron Sword Wizards and Warriors 2, and the music is incredible. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it strictly suits the game so much, because it's a fantasy based game, but the music, it sounds like a John Carpenter film score. He writes his own film scores. It sounds like that sort of slightly electro 80s John Carpenter's film score, and it's really nice. That's one thing that stood out, and one thing that stuck in my head about the game, even though I'd not played it so much. But it's the music in Iron Sword Wizards and Warriors 2. There's videos on YouTube, you check it out, and that's sort of stuck in my head. Favourite platform weapon pickup. Again, this is one I've found really difficult, because things doesn't seem to have stuck in my head. But I'm going to cheat slightly, and I'm going to say the gravity gun in Half-Life 2. Half-Life it's an FPS, really, isn't it? But there's platform elements, so I'll lump it in with the rest. Now, the gravity gun, I love firing a millsaw blade at a line of zombies. I find it really satisfying. Sort of firing at them and then seeing them all cutting off. It just, I love that. That's a bit dark, but no, I do. And finally, favourite platform enemy boss. Again, this is another one that I found difficult, because things don't seem to stick in my head, because I'm having to think so far back. And again, it's not a genre that I've played a lot of. But I'm going to say that there's an enemy in Iron Sword Wizards and Warriors 2 that always makes me laugh. And it's one that's one I've remembered, and it's seen these LPs. It sort of jogged my memory again, and it's this character who I couldn't tell you what his name is or what their names are, but it's this yellow dude who looks a bit like a cross between a starfish and a banana skin, and he just pops out and he runs around with his arms up like this. He's sort of like a yellow star, but with like arms up, and he just hones in on you as soon as he pops out, and sort of automatically and just goes straight for you, and he sort of runs around. It's really makes me laugh. Always makes me laugh, and I thought it was really funny, so it's sort of stuck in my head. That was a bit shit, wasn't it? Sorry about that. If I'm ever tagged in the future, maybe I'll be able to give it a better shot. But like I said, that was one I was putting off slightly. Maybe I should play some more platform games, and I might even redo it. I'll look back on this video in the future, and I'll go, that's not good enough, and I'll play play some more platform games, and yeah, and like I said, I'll redo it. I won't tag anyone this time because I don't know actually. Well, I'm not going to tag anyone, but if you want to do it, do it because it's a good tag. But like I said, I won't tag anyone specifically. I'll leave it up to the people watching to decide if they want to or not. So thanks for watching, and I will have a new video up very soon. See you later.